All right, hello everybody. I just wanted to record like a sort of like another art vlog, but this one will only be using pictures instead of video, like my last one. And there's 92 pictures to go through here, so it's going to be a while. So, get a drink, get a snack, and I guess just listen to me yap about my journey here. So, um, this is the first picture that I took of this. It's basically me just starting the eye, obviously. And yeah, usually the beginning is like the hardest part for me when starting a drawing because it's kind of like making the first big decision to start, if that makes sense. Like, I'll like have a fighting battle in my mind, like, can I do this or not? Like, every single time, it doesn't matter how good I get at drawing in general, like, it'll just always be there. Every single time I start a new drawing, it's just like, it's just like this miniature mountain in my mind that I have to get over, this hurdle. But yeah, that's the first picture. Next one, we have two eyes here completed and a nose. Zoom in a bit. So this is just like sketching directly from my reference. You can kind of see from the left. Next one. This is a tool that I use. How I use it is to basically just press it up against the screen very gently so that I don't actually damage the panel. But this is how I like try to get my measurements as best as I can. But yeah, it's called a compass tool for any of those people out there that aren't aware. I wouldn't recommend using something this sharp at the ends. I just got it because I want like the most precision possible. So, but generally, like, yeah, I try not to touch the points to the screen. I like use my fingers as kind of like a barrier in between the two, I guess, if that makes sense. So we have the ears completed here and the jawline. You can tell that the ears are basically just duplicated and the nose has been edited um, to tradition, more, I want to say, Taiwanese, Japanese style nose. I think the eyelids have been edited just a little bit, but I'm not sure. But we'll see. I think I usually wait until I have the the eyes like completely finished, and then I'll edit the shape of them to match Taiyang's traditional eye shape. But yeah, I'm not sure what's the difference here. Let me go back. Maybe this is just like an extra picture that I took. I'm not sure. But anyways, um, so I completed an eyebrow here. I don't know. I don't remember what happened to the ears, but yeah, that's the eyebrow. The right one. I mean, eyebrows take a long time for me to sketch, and there's a lot of trial and error to them because they're like very abstract compared to everything else that you draw, like on a human face. And there's the ears back. And this is the other eyebrow, and this one is not duplicated. You can see that it's clearly different. Usually when I get one eyebrow completed, the other one is a lot easier. So yeah. And this is the body. Shoes. I think these were only placeholders. I was going to edit them later. The socks as well. So yeah, the one on the right is the one that I ended up going with. Um, I usually like to make A6 shoes in my drawings because in my fictional world for taiyang, she is sponsored by A6. And in general, I really like the company because I like to watch the Olympics sometimes. We sketch the hand here. There's one of my completed drawings on the left. I was watching Resident Evil at the time. And here is the other completed shoe, but the camera didn't capture it too well. I'm not sure. I guess this is like focusing on the hair. So we started painting here and colored the under eye. It's a very crude coloring. But you will see later that I fixed the colors and stuff. It's very yellow right now. And we finished the outer part of the eye and the white part of the eye, top eyelash on the right side, but started on the left. That's usually how it goes. Then finish the left. Still need to do the left eyelashes. And here. Oh no, I don't know why this time around that I completely forgot about the bottom eyelashes, but I did. And I just went straight for the nose. It's kind of strange. I don't think I usually do that. Maybe I was like in kind of like a rush in a way, like I really wanted to get the nose completed or something. Still have not completed the bottom eyelashes, but we worked on the cheeks, part of the mouth. And this one completed the chin, jawline. Still have not put in the bottom eyelashes. And this one is focusing on the skin texture of the chin and the jaw. I guess the mouth area in general. But yeah, this took a very very long time because I'm using a round brush, or sometimes I'll use one of those dry media brushes that has like texture on it, but I'll have it like really really small, probably like a 3 or 4 pixel size, and it just basically ends up acting the same as a round brush, but it's just like it feels. I can't explain it really, but it just like it feels better than a round brush when you're actually using it. Started the bottom lip here. Bottom lip is always really frustrating for me. Still haven't done the bottom eyelashes and completed the mouth here and the teeth. There's the apparently I put this out of order, but oh well. So there's the completed bottom lip. So we did the forehead here, and then we also added the texture for it. And this is the left eyebrow. It's hard to tell like where the actual hairs are, but they're there. And apparently we skipped a lot of photography and just went straight for the eyes after completing the right eyebrow, and the left is the complete image of our last, I want to say like major taiyang artwork. And we can see that the eye shape is not exactly matching just yet. Um, but it'll get there probably soon. Still have not completed the bottom eyelashes just yet. Um, I think this one is showing the highlights of the in the eyes. Let me see. Let me double check. Oh, and the ears too. Okay. So yeah, that's a lot of progress there. And this is the color correction. I finally did the bottom eyelashes. It's pretty darn close to the reference picture that I had from my last completed drawing at the time. Hmm. Alright, the nose is slightly different. It has the same general shape. Seems like we fixed the eyes finally. And we made the eyebrows a little bit more brown on the newer drawing. Um, so I started adding in the body here. What I ended up doing was I borrowed the old body from the last drawing here and just imported it and edited it. So it's kind of what I'm doing now with another drawing I'm on. I just gotta get tired of drawing the body over and over, so I'll just reuse it. And if I feel like I really want to, make a new one, then I will. So, but yeah, with this drawing in particular, I did end up redrawing the legs. So yeah, I just really felt like I wanted to. So you can see here that I completed one whole leg. Um, and the other one I erased and just redid it. And here I stopped midway because I don't know, I was probably too tired to continue. Drawing photorealism really takes a lot of like mental energy from you. It's very draining. A lot of repetitive paint strokes and stuff like that, and just gotta keep pushing. And here is the completed leg. Looks very good. Think this is where I started the top, and I was using the last drawing as like a reference for like a color palette or something like that, and just using that. So, and also trying to match the lighting. Here I started to add folds, add some detail, stitch lining. Started on the arm here. Pretty much completed the arm, except we have that gap near the armpit. But I ended up getting that like a little bit later on. I went ahead and went for the hand because that felt like the more important part at the time. Like I just wanted to get it finished. Hands are pretty difficult in drawing, but I want to say in anime they're pretty fucking easy. But with photorealism, it's pretty fucking difficult. And here we have the finished hands in general, but I think that there still needs to be color correction done, seems like. There's the finished hand with a thumbnail. I love those nails, like how they just have all the sparkling circles on them. So I decided to add some leggings because this is supposed to be like a gym girl taiyang. So yeah, there's gonna be camo toe in this drawing. Um, so yeah, this one started, but I didn't finish. Probably for the same reason, like I didn't finish the right leg in one day. Getting the shading on this was really fucking difficult, from what I remember. Um, like it just, I remember that I was like trying to just like match the color as best I could, and it just didn't want to work for me. Just a close up of the stitching that I did here. Added some folds. Did the top part and like made it look like it folds in. Oh man, these socks were horrible to work on. There was just so much texture to do. It's just it took I want to say about a week and a half to complete. Like I started off with like a half-assed version of it, and that like got me through the initial stage. But then I just like went in through like a second part, just did even more texture, and it was torture. But the end result is amazing though, and we can see here that the left half is the sort of like the finished product, but the right half is the lazy part, and it just looks so bad. Like it just looks like a cheese grater almost on the right side. Like no, I just like I couldn't settle for that, so I ended up doing all of these little um I want to say like little microfibers by like with a circle brush, default round circle brush. Took so much time, but it was worth it. And here we can see on the left that it's completed, and also on the right. Basically, all I did was duplicate the sock and change the lighting with, a couple of layers, like screen and multiply and hue and probably luminosity. So yeah, it was a lot of work to get it as, good looking as it does. I also then I merged everything and just like painted over it, try to make it look more natural. So yeah, it was a lot of work. But yeah, I like the way that it looks. I think I prefer the right sock or the left one, even though the left one is the first one that I painted. It's more authentic than the right one. The right one is like kind of like an emulation in a way, but I think it looks better. But yeah, I like the right one better. So we started on the shoes. Shoes are like one of my favorite things to draw in my art. These are the made up ASICs that I'm doing, and they're basically based off of um, a couple of different shoes. Puma Easy Riders, Puma St. Miller. I think that's what they're called. Probably some. I think it's called Onisuka Tiger or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's like another brand of ASICs. Um, but yeah, I just wanted that front look. The front look was the most important part to me, where it has like the part of the bottom part of the sole or whatever it's called, the gum in the shoe, coming up to the front of the toe. Like that's my favorite look in a shoe right now. So for me, it used to be like where I wanted every single shoe to look like a skateboarding shoe, but now I prefer this look because I just like the whole athletic theme a lot better now. So this was when I was in the drawing Discord and I was sort of like asking somebody, should I just keep it all white or do I add some gray accents like this? So they said they prefer the gray, so I just went with that and I kept that. And I added the lines for the stitching and I did all the detail work. That's like, where part of the shoe where it's like layered, like you can see right here. I don't know if my mouse is showing or not, but if it is, you'll see my hand mouse thing pointing. But like this in between part of like the top layer of the gray and then in between the black line, like where it has all that texture, like I did all that stuff, but like only with the circle brush. So we have some more detail here. The shoe holes for the laces, and then the gum of the shoe, and then we have like the soft foam that provides the cushioning. This is basically the final idea of the finished shoe. So Taiyang has her own shoe line. This is my first time doing it. I decided to call them Taiyang Runner. They're made in 1995, and they're just basically like a reoccurring brand, I guess. I don't know. I'm just like kind of making this up as I go. But yeah, that's basically them complete. Really love how they came out. So this purse was a little bit kind of ridiculous. If I actually completed it like this, it would be a little crazy or weird in my opinion. Because like it sticks out too far to the right in my opinion. But yeah, thankfully I ended up scrapping this idea and did something similar, but like it's not like to the point where it's like so far out. So this is just like a zoomed out uh version of this picture. And also this picture shows the cutoff line for the leggings because I decided since I see some girls in the Olympics when they're doing either the high jump or pole vaulting or long jump, they have like this reef or panty for like the Olympics. So I wanted something like that. So that's what I did here. And you can see I colored the backpack basic white. And this was an idea that I had from the Discord. Um, but I ended up scrapping this because I just didn't like it anymore. And yeah, I'm talking about the sunflowers, by the way. And there's a close up of them. So here's the alternate idea that I had for the backpack. Basically, just draw a panda on the backpack because I found these like miniature purse backpacks on AliExpress that had hamsters on them. So I was like, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could draw like a cute panda on the side. So that's what I ended up doing. I kind of wish that looking at this now that I just kept it like plain white with like a simple cute panda on the side, but I ended up doing a lot more. Kind of regret that just a little bit. But you'll see. So here's the finished one of the finished versions of the purse. So I put green to like sort of match the idea of bamboo and vegetation. Then I also have a blue purse. Can't really see it all that well. But yeah, this is like a zoomed out picture to show like one of the final ideas of like what the finished drawing is gonna look like, I guess. And then I started working on the hair right here. God, the hair was another thing. It's always the hair. The hair always takes like so fucking long to do. But it's like when it looks so fucking real at the end, it's just like it's so worth it though. We finished one curtain bang, but I ended up redoing the curtain bangs. So these don't even really mean anything as of right now. But yeah, it's just a close up of like all the little holes in the hair, how sharp I got all the hairs, and fine detail and stuff. Same with this side, and this is like the scalp line, showing all the details. No shading yet. Started on the back hair, the lock of hair that's in the back that comes out to the front of the shoulder and then in between the arm and the breasts. And then here you can see like the final idea coming into place. I still have some gaps to fill in, which I did there. And yeah, I added some more detail here and on this side as well. The right side is my favorite though. I always have like a preferred side whenever I do my artwork. I don't know if anybody else has that, like with their own art. Here's just like a close up of the ASICS logo that I made for the leggings. It's just like sparkly silver. Um, this was something that I did not keep, but it was an idea that I saw on the Olympics when I was watching them. But I just didn't end up keeping it. And then I added some lines or accents like the blue and white, then the white on the legging panty. But yeah, I didn't end up keeping the orange. I ended up changing it to yellow, and I kept this instead because this like felt like more, even though it's not professional, like in the style of the outfit, but the colors they look more professional to me. So I ended up keeping this. So here's some close up of more hair detail. So many holes and lines that the camera just like can't catch. Really, guess this is just like a picture in general to show my overall progress. And then here we have like some really brightened up images of the actual hair being completed, and we could see all these like single baby hairs just like floating everywhere. And this is my favorite, like one of my favorite things about my artwork is just like, it's kind of like almost looking at a real photo. It's just really it's gorgeous. And then here we have some more of that. You can see all the hairs on the side, the left side and the right side. There's no shadow for it just yet, though. There will be. Then here on the right side, we have the same thing, but the hairs, the individual like little baby hairs, would be like a little bit less visible because there's not as much light from the light source bouncing onto it. So and here we just have like a generic zoomed out image of the hair. And here we have the scalp area. You see all these little single hairs everywhere. It's amazing. So I ended up turning the whole idea into like a one piece swimsuit because I love one piece swimsuits on taiyang. And this is basically like the start of it. Basically, what I did is I went back to my white top here and just created a white bottom, like torso part and panty part, and kind of like combined everything. So, yeah, it's just a close up of that. Oops. And I made some folds right here, and you can see like kind of the shadow of the hair. And another fold there, and you can see like the stitching line. Usually, when I go for white piece swimsuits, like I like to have like seams on the edges, or it has like a triple seam, I guess. But this time, I just went with something that doesn't have seams at all, like I usually like. So I just decided to try something a little bit different. Pretty happy with it, but at the same time, like I I would rather have what I usually draw, but it's fine. So I think this is like showing the hair shadow right there. And this one as well. So I decided to make a necklace for Taeyong. This was like a necklace that was really, really popular with Asian girls on Instagram in like 2016, I think. And I just like always wanted it for my Taeyong doll, but I just like never. Like every time I would think about it, I just like kind of thought to myself, like I don't really need to do it though. Like the trend is over. But I just like finally decided to do it after I don't know, probably like 9 years now. Ever since it was like the most popular 9 years ago. But yeah, like if you were on Instagram back in 2016 or 2015, you would see almost every single Asian chick on there had this necklace. But I customized mine just a little bit. Like the ones they wore didn't really have any like rhinestones or diamonds on it, so I just like I changed that for me for Taeyong. And also theirs where you like usually had like a gold accent, but I prefer silver, sterling silver or whatever. So so that's what I did. This is just a zoomed out picture of it. And I couldn't decide like what earrings to go with really, so I just went with something a bit comical and also um I guess very Chinese. So I just went with a thank you box like from a Chinese restaurant, I guess. And I put fake noodles in there and some chopsticks. And I drew the I don't know what kind of house you call this, but I also wrote thank you at the top. But yeah, so did that for both sides, as you can see here. And I think that's the last image. 92 pictures. Yeah, that's the last one. All right. Well, that's it. So, thanks if you made it this far. See ya.